the U.S. is actually there and actually helping Israel with these war crimes. Now, pretty much everybody watching this knows the U.S. Props up Israel, sends them billions, sends them munitions and all kinds of weapons, and many of the bombs being dropped are from the U.S. But this is the kind of next level where the U.S. is actually acting as part of their military in some regards. First of all, you have the Pentagon confirming that the U.S. is flying drones over Gaza to aid Israel. So how is it not part of their military if you're giving them the bombs to drop and flying drones over in order to give them intelligence to commit their genocide? That basically is the U.S. and Israel are committing genocide on Gaza. It's not just Israel.
Well, this is a long-standing relationship. Everything from something less deadly, like tear gas canisters that the IDF uses against Palestinians. Those are U.S. tear gas canisters. So everything from that to much more heavy artillery. No, that's correct. Artillery. Jesus, wow.
You got it.
Has been supplied by the U.S. for a long time, and I think it's important that we talk about this in terms of like the longevity of this context, so that yes, the shit that went down on October 7th has created a space where this is pretty much all we've been talking about. But we shouldn't fool ourselves into thinking that like, oh, shit got really bad just recently. It's like, no. Shit has been really bad since 1948. That's right, 1948.
Right. Check watch.
Right. So basically it's important to have that context about what we're talking about.
Keep talking.
And the US, not complicity, because complicity makes it sound more passive. The US's assistance in the ongoing ethnic cleansing that started in the 40s. So,
yeah, it has been going on since 1948. However, this is an aggressive speeding up of the murderous process. So you have U.S. sending munitions. We know that billions of dollars worth. You have U.S. operating drones above Gaza to feed information to Israel. But it gets even worse. U.S. Special Forces are assisting Israel in Gaza. U.S. officials confirmed U.S. Special Forces are seeking to rescue U.S. citizens held captive by Hamas. So this is also confirmed by the New York Times. Palestinian sources report their involvement in Israel's ground invasion of Gaza as well. The U.S. has sent special forces to Israel. Quote from the New York Times, we're actively helping the Israelis to do a number of things. Well, that's from the Assistant Secretary of Defense. Mayer, who is the Pentagon's senior special operations policy official, said they are there to identify hostages, including American hostages. And Mayer says the U.S. commandos have not been given any combat roles, but we're discussing with Israeli forces the situation in Gaza for what is going to be a very complex fight going forward.
Go with complex again.
Yeah, just say it's complex. You know, that's Hannibal
understand.
Lecter often said what he was doing was complex. It's so Palestinian reports are that U.S. special forces are involved in the ground war, but the U.S. has confirmed, officials at the Pentagon have confirmed that U.S. special forces are there in Israel doing something. What do you think they're doing? Do you think they're playing baccarat, or they're just hanging out, hanging at the Tel Aviv nightclubs, or so? This seems to show on multiple fronts that this is not just Israel committing this genocide. This is the U.S. and Israel committing this genocide, killing more people, innocent people in Gaza in 3 weeks than have been killed in Ukraine in a 1.5-year proxy war.